Hello, welcome to Hollywood Crime Scene. This is
Hiya.
Rachel Fisher.
And this is Desi Jedeikin.
Hey.
Hi.
Well, Desi,
Yes.
today we're going to be discussing incidents that occurred on set of movies that were big scandals.
Movie set scandals.
I'm calling this episode film production scandals, or maybe on-set scandals.
Okay.
On-set scandals kinds of rolls off the tongue
Yeah, I like
better.
that better.
Okay.
So a little insight into how we name things.
A little behind the scenes info. Our first film we're going to be discussing is the 1993 movie Super Mario Brothers.
Oh, I have a vague memory of this.
Did you ever see this movie?
Is this with John Leguizamo?
Yes, John
Okay.
Leguizamo and Bob Hoskins.
Right.
Now there's a
That's a pair.
No offense to Bob Hoskins, who was, rest in peace, a fantastic actor, but there's a little bit of like a looks imbalance there between those two cast as brothers, because John Leguizamo was very attractive.
And there was an age difference too,
and
right?
There was an age difference.
I mean,
and a height difference.
There's a lot of differences going on.
Well, that's all true. I do think this is good casting, though, at the same time. Even though there is like this disparity between like how they look, there's like the hot one and the guy who played Smee and Hook.
Right. Is John Luigi?
Yeah.
Is Luigi canonly the hot one?
No, he's not. He's not canonically the hot one. That's why it feels funny. It's like you either make both of them hot or you make both of them ugly.
I go ugly.
Well, I don't think.
I mean, not that I'm saying Bob Hoskins is ugly, but he's more of that kind of look.
He's not like a sexy guy. Like, I think John Leguizamo is sexy and like an attractive man. Bob Hoskins is not. He's a character actor. He's not like that guy. I'm sorry.
No, he might have his sexy moments though.
I'm not going to.
I'm not dragging. Yeah, I'm going to say he probably has some sexy moments on screen, just so people don't like come at us.
Roger Rabbit.
All the Bob Hoskins horn dogs. Because some people we like an unconventional looking guy.
We do here at Hollywood Crime Scene.
He doesn't typically take sexy roles though, right?
No.
Yeah. I do remember there being some kind of scandal on this set. I don't remember all the drama.
Well, we're going to get into it. Did you ever see this movie, Desi?
I don't think I did.
Now, this is a classic example of a critically and commercially unsuccessful film from the 1990s that, as a child, I loved and couldn't understand why no one else liked it.
I have movies like that.
I mean, like Hook is another example. And I think kids of a certain age, and probably like for both of us, there are films we watched as kids where they were like critically panned, but to us, we're like, that was excellent.
Of course. You don't have any standards as a child. It's also sometimes what's on all the time.
Yeah. And so like even going back to those movies today, I'm still like, well, I still have a fondness for this. So it's still good.
I think a lot of people who are younger don't realize the whole just watching what was available to you on TV had.
Yeah.
Now you never have to watch anything you don't care for.
Right.
Back then, though, that's all you had.
Yeah.
Like what was playing on TV, on cable.
And you just ended up seeing so much stuff you wouldn't necessarily pick.
Yes, I agree.
Anyway, that's all to say I did like this movie when it came out. I was also 7 years old, so just take that what you will.
Yeah.
By the early 90s, this is the dumb intro I wrote.
Oh boy.
By the early 90s, it seemed like nearly every kid in America, maybe the world, had a Nintendo console.
That's true.
Even the most casual of video game players had probably played Super Mario Brothers at some point.
You really wrote this.
I don't know why. I honestly don't know.
You're like a little background first.
In case, has anyone heard of a little company called Nintendo?
Just a little background so you're not confused as to concept of the movie.
It was only natural that Nintendo would capitalize on the massive success of the video game by turning it into a movie. And that plan had been in the works for some time, with major studios pitching their ideas to the video game giant for years. But ultimately, Nintendo granted the rights to independent filmmakers Jake Eberts and Roland Joffe. Now, these guys had worked on many acclaimed films beforehand. Joffe directed The Killing Fields, and Eberts he had produced Dances with Wolves and Chariots of Fire.
So they're coming off some pretty serious movies. These are like Oscar movies.
Yeah.
And they're going to this?
They're going to this.
Okay.
Now, the idea was to make a gritty adaptation of Super Mario Brothers that would entice non-video game players to watch the film, and like adults.
This is just a flawed concept in and of itself, I think.
I think at the time it was probably still pretty novel to have these gritty adaptations of existing IP because with the success of Tim Burton's Batman.
Yeah, I guess I just like this video game though. It's so thin as far as source material goes.
I agree, because Batman inherently has a lot of, it's like, as a comic, there's a lot of dark elements already there. So you can turn that on, and you can like say like, well, it's that the 60s version of it is like, that's not true to the comics.
No. And if anything, the Tim Burton ones aren't even as dark as they got.
Right.
Like they're probably, it's like less dark than the 60s TV show. But the comics are definitely dark, I think.
It's dark. Like Bruce Wayne's origin story is like dark.
Yeah.
And the villains are fucked up.
They're very fucked up.
There's like a lot of mental illnesses happening in the Batman universe.
They've got like a whole insane asylum.
They have their own asylum.
That's pretty dark.
Yeah. So I agree with what you said. The premise of Super Mario Brothers is a little thin.
Also, like, I'm just like, you can't call a movie Super Mario Brothers and have it be dark or gritty. You'd have to revamp the name too, I think. Like, I don't know what.
Do you know what's also crazy about Mario is that Mario is also their last name.
What?
Well, think about it, Desi. Think about it. Super Mario Brothers. Why would the guy's name is Mario, but why is it the Mario Brothers?
His name is Mario.
His name is Mario.
Imagine if your name was Luigi Mario. Like, that's crazy.
That's already crazy. But his name is Mario. Look it up. I looked it up.
Okay. I mean, I believe you. Because that makes sense. Why is it Super Mario Brothers?
Right.
Why isn't it not like Mangione Brothers?
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, that would that would be another type of game.
Yeah.
That would be dark and gritty.
That's a dark, gritty reboot. So they want to make this gritty version of the video game and bring it to the big screen. The initial choice for director was a guy named Greg Beeman, who had directed License to Drive.
I remember that.
Now, that's an odd choice.
Yeah, these choices are weird.
Beeman, I looked up this guy's filmography. He didn't have a ton of credits, but he also directed a 1986 Disney TV movie called The Richest Cat in the World.
That sounds good.
I watched the trailer for it, and I watched a few clips of the movie. This cat, I don't know what they like fed this cat peanut butter or something, but he's like kind of talking like Mr. Ed.
Oh, this is like Disney's down period.
Yes, this is the dark days of Disney. Anyway, Beeman was immediately vetoed by the distributors. They're like, no, we're not getting the cat guy, the License to Drive guy to direct this movie.
Wow, we need someone good.
So Joffe and Eberts ended up hiring husband and wife team Annabelle Jankel and Rocky Morton as directors. Their credits included music videos for Elvis Costello, the Tom Tom Club, Rush, and Talking Heads. And they also co-created Max Headroom.
Oh, interesting.
So they were like these weird kind of like alt people.
That seems like a good choice, maybe.
They didn't have any like film directing experience.
Right.
And this was going to be a really big budget too. So
Yeah.
this is like a lot.
Yeah.
But Joffe and what's his name?
Eberts.
They were confident in them.
Okay.
They could deliver them this grit.
They came in with a good pitch. They're like, look at this music video we did for Duran Duran.
Exactly. Finding the writer for this film would be a real challenge. Rain Man writer Barry Morrow offered up a script that, according to The Guardian, was, quote, a kind of existential road trip with Mario as a smart older brother and Luigi as his naive savant sibling. It sounded so familiar that production staff nicknamed it Drain Man.
Oh my God. See, that I'd see.
So the Mario version of Rain Man.
That's crazy.
It wasn't the right vibe, and Morrow exited the project.
Also, why is this guy pitching the same movie that he just wrote?
That's really funny.
That's really the weird part to me. Like, do you have any other ideas?
Like, wait a minute. This sounds familiar.
He's like, I'm going to switch the brothers, though.
Yeah. Up-and-coming screenwriters Jim Jedeikin and Tom S. Parker wrote a script that was a very straightforward, kid-friendly movie with none of the grit and darkness that the directors wanted. So this is like the next script that gets submitted. So even though Nintendo liked this, they ended up being let go. Because like, no, we're not doing that. We're not doing the obvious, fun, silly kids movie.
That will make a ton of money. Let's go gritty.
Yeah, we want dark. Basically, everyone had a different idea of what the vibe of this movie would be like.
Yeah.
So, like, no one could really, like, nail down the vibe.
That's always a disaster.
So 4 more writers were brought in. Parker Bennett and Terry Runt wrote a funny script, but it wasn't adult enough. So then 2 more writers, Dick Clement and Ian LaFrenace, came in to give the script some more grit. Finally, a script was produced by these 4 writers that everyone could agree on, and it began to attract stars to the project.
Wow.
Like, people's agents were giving, like, the script to the, like, big names, and they're like, oh,
you gotta jump on this.
This is fucking cool. Including Bob Hoskins, who would play Mario. So he got the script. He's like, yeah, let's do it.
Wow.
The film, set in the dystopian parallel universe city of Dino Hatton, would require elaborate sets and effects.
Dino Hatton? Like, come on. This is not gritty.
The movie is way too dark for a kid's movie.
I just think you got to know your audience. This is a kid's movie.
It's a kid's movie, but it's like one of those 90s kids movies that was rated PG-13 and had some scenes where you're like, okay.
Yeah. I'm just saying they needed to know the audience for this, no matter how gritty they make it, is not, adults are not going to see this movie.
Right.
It's just not going to happen. It doesn't matter what you do.
Yeah. It's Super Mario. It's not Batman. It's different.
It's just different.
So they had to build all these elaborate sets and effects. An entire city was built at an old cement factory in North Carolina. A 1992 article for the LA Times by Richard Staten reported on the production of this colossal film, which at the time was estimated to cost $40 million.
Whoa.
The article describes some of the set. Koopa Square, the heart of Dino York, that's back when it was called Dino York, a reverse Times Square, a campaign billboard displayed a reptilian Dennis Hopper with a chainsaw, a movie marquee, I was a teenage mammal, flames hissed through metal scaffolding, the Boom Boom Bar's neon signs promised cocktails of hot blood, 8-foot-high Goombas nodded their lizard heads in greeting. During production, it became clear that this film was going to need a lot more money.
Wow.
Some investors were concerned about the dark tone of the movie, so producer Roland Joffe called for an emergency rewrite to lighten the script up a little bit.
This is just a bad sign.
One of the writers hired as a script doctor was Ed Solomon, who wrote Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. The problem was that nobody told the directors about the rewrites until right before filming began.
Oh my God.
And they were really mad.
So like we signed on for Blade Runner, Mario Brothers.
Yeah.
They wanted like a dark city.
Yeah. So basically, these directors, Rocky and Annabelle, had to throw out all of their storyboard and start over.
Wow.
The script would continue to evolve over the course of the production. It would like change at a moment's notice, basically. Richard Edson and Fisher Stevens played King Koopa's henchmen. They they thought some of this new dialogue in the script was pretty bad. Edson told The Guardian, "I don't know what draft I got, but by the time we started shooting, it had completely changed. And not only that, but they had the writers there constantly rewriting it. Their basic approach seemed to be, how dumb can we make this? It didn't make sense to me or any of the other actors. It had no spirit or energy. It was hard to get behind." So Richard Edson and Fisher Stevens just created their own dialogue in their scenes.
Oh my God.
Edson said the writers couldn't care less. If we could improve the script, they were more than happy.
Wow.
They're kind of just like letting people say anything.
They're like, just improv it.
Yeah, we don't know. No one can agree anyway.
Oh my God.
Dennis Hopper, who played King Koopa,
Oh my God.
talked to the LA.
I'm sorry, this is so dumb.
You got to see his hair in this movie. It's out of control. He talked to the LA Times in between takes, and he told them the script has probably been rewritten 5 or 6 times by the time I arrived here. I don't really bother with it anymore. I just go in and do it scene by scene. I figure it's not going to hurt my character. John Leguizamo, who played Luigi, said, "Every day's a new page. It's like waiting for the news. What the hell happened yesterday? And there it is, all new, all live, 24 hours, ding, ding, ding."
This is probably even more frustrating for someone like John Leguizamo, because he was like the real up and comer here.
He had just won an Obie.
Like, and do you know what I'm saying? Like, this is the start of his career, or like a big part of it.
This was like his big breakout film role.
Yeah, and it's just like, you don't want this to happen. The other people, like Dennis Hopper, Bob Hoskins, they'll be fine. They've been in turds before.
Yeah.
Dennis Hopper probably just looking for paychecks at this point. Like,
yeah.
So it's like he really is the one who's going to get screwed from this, I think.
Yeah, and what's funny is all these like onset, like this commentary from John Leguizamo and Dennis Hopper, like they were just like saying, like these were all interviews from the set.
Right.
So that's how kind of exasperated everybody was.
They didn't even give a shit.
No, they're not like sugarcoating it. They're like, we don't know what's going on.
They're like, let's get out in front of this. Don't blame me. Like,
yeah. Directors Rocky and Annabelle were struggling with the enormity of the production, and people on set grew resentful of them. They refused to talk to the LA Times when they visited the set. Dennis Hopper told the Times, "The directors won't give interviews? That's the smartest thing I've heard from them. That's the only intelligent thing I've heard that they've actually really done."
Wow. That's mean. I mean, hopefully they're assholes, so it's like worth it.
At one point, Dennis Hopper lost it and went off on the directors.
That's scary.
According to Richard Edson, quote, "He just starts screaming at Annabelle and Rocky. He's telling them that they're completely unprofessional, that he's never seen anything like this. Rocky says, 'Dennis, what is it?' And he yells, 'You rewrote my lines. You call this writing? This is shit. It's shit. And the fact that you're doing it without asking me,'" he went on and on and on. He couldn't control himself.
Imagine Dennis Hopper yelling at you. That's got to be frightening.
I would not want that.
No.
I'd be so upset.
He's famously a crazy yeller in movies. And like in real life, forget it.
Yeah. Edson said that Dennis Hopper yelled at them for like 2 hours.
Oh my God.
Like people went to lunch went over, Dennis is like still yelling at them, and they finally had to be like, all right, we have to like get a rolling.
I mean, they're dealing with actors who have been at the game for a while. They know what a set is like. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, and this was crazy. The cast and crew came up with snarky nicknames for the directors because like pretty much It was like unanimously agreed upon that like no one liked these guys.
Jesus.
One of the nicknames was Rocky and Annabelle, the Flying Squirrel Show. It's kind of cute.
Yeah.
But that's how like unseriously people took them.
I mean, this is like I'm just like, even if I was incompetent, I feel like the people would still be supportive of me because I'd be nice to them. I'd be like, please help me.
Yeah.
They must be doing extra bad stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like, or treating the actors like shit.
Well, they were regularly mocked by the cast. The directors even managed to insult the DP, Dean Semler, who had done Dances with Wolves.
Oh.
They handed him a list of their own specific shots and camera setups, basically trying to do his job for him. They're like, these are the lens specifications we want. This is the camera settings we want. And he's like, why did you hire me?
Look, it worked on our Motley Crue video. I don't know why you're complaining.
Bob Hoskins told The Guardian in 2007, the worst thing I ever did? Super Mario Brothers. It was a fucking nightmare. The whole experience was a nightmare. It had a husband and wife team directing whose arrogance had been mistaken for talent. After so many weeks, their own agent told them to get off the set. Fucking nightmare. Fucking idiots.
So these people were assholes.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems like it wasn't just incompetence.
They were also arrogant.
Yeah. I think that's what sets it apart.
This is kind of giving me Julie Taymor vibes from Turn Off the Dark. Even though she was like a prolific whatever director.
Well, I mean, wasn't she just kind of like had like one huge success? I don't know much about her.
She was very arrogant during that process. Though.
Yes, because she was coming off The Lion King.
I think that was like her big success.
I mean, at least she's coming off of something successful. What these people aren't even coming off of something crazy successful. Like The Lion King on Broadway was huge.
It was huge, and that's a huge production. And she did that, and she had also directed Titus, the film.
The arrogance is where you really fucking trip yourself up, I think, with these people.
Yeah.
Because it's like, admit you can't do something.
Hoskins and Leguizamo started drinking on set just to get through the day.
That sounds fun.
Bob Hoskins ended up breaking a finger after Leguizamo, drunk on whiskey, either accelerated or braked too fast while they were driving the Mario Brothers van. And it caused the door to slam shut on Bob's finger.
Ow.
So for the rest of the film, Bob had to wear a little cast on his finger.
Aww.
And they had to like disguise it.
Oh my God.
And he's probably just like, who cares?
He was probably drunk when he broke it.
Yeah. Bob Hoskin recounted his onset injuries during filming to Entertainment Tonight in 1993, saying, I got stabbed 4 times, electrocuted, broke a finger, nearly got drowned. According to Leguizamo, one of the directors, Rocky, poured hot coffee on an extra.
Oh my God.
That's crazy.
That's sick. This is just inexcusable.
Shooting also went on way longer than expected, and the film was over budget, of course.
Can you imagine living through this hell and you're on a set that looks like pipes and mushrooms? I just feel like it makes it more dark because you're just like living in hell, but the set is just this like...
The thing about the set...
Goofy?
No, it's not goofy.
It isn't?
No, it's very dark. It's very dystopian kind of sci-fi.
Oh,
cyberpunk.
Why'd they do this?
The thing about the Super Mario Brothers movie is that everything is like very drippy and like damp and like dark.
Because they're in the pipes.
Yeah, and the fungus is like a character.
Oh, really?
The fungus is like this gross, like snotty, webby, boogery thing that just is...
It's like the Mucinex first role.
It's honestly that. It's this like it's not like a sentient... I mean, it is sentient, but it's not like it doesn't have like a face. It's just this like growing fungus around the city.
Is it related to King Koopa?
Yeah, it's like the mushrooms.
Oh,
but it's this like
it's
fungus.
A different version.
Just Google it. Google Super Mario Brothers fungus.
I'm trying to, but I guess they've made other Super Mario movies since. I
1993.
see 1983. See, in my opinion, you wouldn't know it was dark looking at the advertising.
Let me see.
It's just like,
Oh, well, that's like the VHS.
well, whatever. Like, I wouldn't be like, oh, this is a dark, edgy version.
No,
This would just look like
it looks
a
silly.
real world version of Mario more than like dark and edgy.
It looks cartoonish on the VHS box for sure.
I'm just like,
but it's a very like dystopian
wait,
city.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, they're kind of terrifying.
This is crazy. I mean, some of these stills don't look too, they look a little.
Well, that's like an interior shot.
Right.
But like the city is like.
What is it called? Slime or fungus?
Fungus. It's the fungus. And they get like stuck in it at one point. It's really gross. I haven't seen the movie in a while.
Yeah. So it's kind of, is this?
Yeah, it's that. It's gross.
That looks like, why is it clear? It's kind of clear.
Yeah.
It has this webbing in it.
It's like webby.
I don't like it.
And fungusy.
I'm sorry.
It's what's also stupid is they didn't update their outfits for the movie. If they like, they didn't even give them like cool gritty outfits. They still are wearing those dumb fucking red and green overalls.
That's what I mean. This thematically, they're just not consistent. Like you can tell they were not sure of where they were going.
And like Dennis Hopper is like very scary in the movie too.
I hate it. I actually want to see it now. I'm not going to lie.
Maybe we can recap it.
This sounds like a good recap.
In the end, this movie was a flop, making under half of what it cost to make at the box office, and it was critically panned as well.
Yeah.
But I think it became one of those films, like so many other of these like bad movies that came out back in the day, that like would become cult favorites among aging millennials.
I definitely remember when this movie came out, and I remember that it was so panned. And I was like, I remember it being like, oh, I guess that's not good.
Right.
Like I remember it was so new. It was like newsworthy that this movie was so bad, because it must have been a huge deal. I mean, that game was so popular.
Yeah.
At this time. So it's like such a miss opportunity.
Yeah.
I just remember being a little disappointed. I was like, oh, it's bad.
Yeah.
I don't know what I wanted.
I know. Anyway, let's take a quick break here. We'll be right back. Our next on-set scandal is something that has rolled around my brain for a very long time, and I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. This is from the 2009 film Terminator Salvation, starring Christian Bale.
Ooh.
This movie may not have been that memorable, but Christian Bale's infamous on-set rant is an important moment in pop culture history. At least for me, it is.
Yeah, I mean.
In February of 2009, audio of Christian Bale screaming at cinematographer Shane Hurlbut, it's Hurlbut, leaked, and it became an instant viral hit.
Yeah.
Do you remember this?
Of course.
The audio was recorded in July of 2008 while they were filming Terminator Salvation. The incident was provoked when Hurlbut walked onto the set while Bale was filming a scene and started adjusting the lighting. This was apparently very distracting for Bale, and this was now the second time that Hurlbut had done this.
Yeah.
So this was like, he'd done it once, it was annoying and distracting, and then he did it again, and it was like, that's it.
Yeah.
I'm pissed.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably very irritating.
And Christian Bale really let the chopper spray in this rant.
He went off.
Honestly, I wanted to play two of my favorite clips from the rant. They're clips that I frequently say to myself. Like they get, when things like sound bites that roll around in your head from time to time. Okay, this is my first favorite clip.
Of a scene, then why the fuck are you walking right through? Oh, da-da-da-da, like this in the background. What the fuck is it with you?
Da-da-da-da, like this in the background. That's a great one. My other favorite is...
I hope it was fucking good because it's useless now, isn't it? fuck's sake.
That's not it. That's not that's not it. But that's also, I mean, look, there's so many gems in this. Hold on. The other one. Okay, I got it. It was right before that. Here's my other favorite. That. Oh, good for you.
This is so funny. I think the reason it took off was just you did not see this coming from Christian Bale, of all people. He just didn't have that reputation.
He didn't have that hothead reputation. He was like a pretty serious actor.
But he wasn't like a paparazzi type, like beating up paparazzi and going, you know what I mean? Like, if this was Sean Penn, we would have been like, oh yeah, of course.
That makes sense.
He wasn't like someone in the news really, for bad behavior even.
Yeah, it was shocking. Like, and it made you wonder, what'd this guy do to piss him off that bad?
Yeah.
How'd this happen? Now, obviously, this was not a good look that a rich and famous star was heard screaming at a crew person, but he did have defenders who were very sympathetic to his frustrations. Bale, of course, was embarrassed, telling MTV, "That was a very unusual occasion. Great learning lesson for me. No matter how much you lose yourself in a scene, you do not allow yourself to behave that way. And yeah, of course, I've got enormous regrets about it." Well, I think it produced some amazing sound bites.
I'm going to say that I am a defender of his on this. Not that I think what he did was right. I think it's never right to yell at someone like that, but I do understand we've all had our moments where we're hungry, frustrated, and we go off in a way we normally wouldn't.
Yes.
And he did apologize and is embarrassed about it. And I do think when you're acting, you are in these situations where you're kind of not yourself because you're acting.
Yeah.
And it would be very frustrating, I think, to be interrupted in that state.
And when you're on set, like, those are like the long hours. Like,
it's long hours.
Long hours, and it is very taxing for everybody
for
on set.
Everybody. And this guy, I feel like there's got to be rules about this kind of stuff that this guy clearly wasn't following, and maybe he can get away with it sometimes.
Yeah.
But whatever. I mean, he didn't do anything, I think, that was like illegal or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm glad he apologized.
Me too. Our next incident is another infamous on-set rant that occurred in 2004 when director David O. Russell screamed at Lily Tomlin during the filming of I Heart Huckabees.
Yes.
This incident was first reported in a September 2004 New York Times article by Sharon Waxman. The article talked about the filming of I Heart Huckabees during the summer of 2003 and described Russell's chaotic on-set behavior on what seemed like a particularly exhausting shoot. In this piece I read, it came out like a month before the movie came out. It basically like detailed several different days of shooting, and he sounded like really irate. Like, he was obnoxious.
No, he's like not a good guy.
Well, we're gonna go through some David O. Russell incidents.
Yeah.
But first, let's talk about this 2004 incident. Actually, this incident took place in 2003, but it was reported on the following year. So on July 31st, 2003, a member of the crew secretly recorded David O. Russell screaming at Lily Tomlin. The 2004 New York Times article described the incident saying, "To pass the time while a shot is set up, Mr. Russell treats the crew to a description of a baby passing through the birth canal. And then Miss Tomlin is berating Mr. Russell again. This time, the director turns on her, angrily, calling her the crudest word imaginable, in front of the actors and crew." The article says that the secret recording of this incident ended up being passed around to different talent agencies.
Oh my God.
Both Tomlin and Russell are quoted about this incident in the article, with Russell saying, "Sure, I wish I hadn't done that, but Lily and I are fine." Tomlin said, "I'd rather have someone human and available and raw and open. Don't give me someone cold or cut off or someone who considers themselves dignified." But it wasn't until 3 years later, in 2007, when footage of this incident became public. That is a long time to have this tape being passed around.
Right.
And then in 2007, somebody uploads it to YouTube. I don't know how they got it.
It's just wild for something in this day and age. Even back then, the internet was still happening, and it not to get leaked sooner is crazy.
Yeah, I'm very curious about like the chain of custody of this tape.
It finally just got to the right person who was like, I'm going to fucking load this.
I'm posting this.
Yeah.
So the video begins with Tomlin in between takes talking to Russell about the scene. She appears frustrated as she expresses just how many times she's been told to change this and change that. She's kind of like at the end of her rope.
Right.
And she's like, well, I guess I'm just doing a bad, like she's like frustrated.
And he's famously one of those guys who does a lot of takes too, which is annoying for some actors.
Yeah. Russell then loses it and starts screaming at her. He says, "Fuck you. I'm just trying to fucking help you. Do you understand me? I'm just being a fucking collaborator." And he is screaming.
Yeah, it's scary.
He continues, going up to the desk that Lily Tomlin is sitting at and shoves everything off of it. So he's getting like physical now. Then he says, "Okay, bitch, I'm not here to be fucking yelled at. I worked on this fucking thing for 3 fucking years, not to have some fucking cunt yell at me in front of the fucking crew when I'm trying to fucking help you, you bitch."
Imagine talking to Lily Tomlin this way in front of people. This is crazy.
That is wild. And she's just sitting there just like stunned.
This is this was another thing that was shocking because he's kind of this nerdy indie director.
Yeah.
And to see this was just so shocking because you kind of hear things until you see it, though. You're like, wait, that's like fucking bad.
It was like
this
violent.
is not an argument that gets a little heated, even.
No, this was like rage.
Yeah.
And
talking to her in a way that's just unfucking called for. If you're having a creative difference, I think it can get heated. But when you start calling this fucking 70-something-year-old woman a cunt.
Yeah. Come on, dude.
Because she's frustrated. This is just like, this is someone who has issues.
It's outrageous. Yeah. Meanwhile, he's like kicking a trash can. He's stomping around the set. At one point, he walks away, and then it's really funny because he comes back in through this door that's on set.
Right. You're on this set, too, that it's like so it makes it funnier for some reason.
It's like comical but scary at the same time.
Right. And this is why I say, like, even though defense is the wrong word to use with Christian Bale, I don't think that's even near this level.
Oh, it's not the same
thing.
It's
like
it's
not
different.
The same thing. Yeah.
This is somebody who has a pattern of behavior, which we're going to get into.
Yes.
People were obviously horrified by Russell's on-set behavior, and soon rumors began swirling that George Clooney was the one who leaked the tape.
Oh.
Now,
see, that's interesting.
That's an interesting tidbit. Clooney had starred in David O. Russell's 1999 film 3 Kings.
Right.
Clooney told Playboy in 2000 that his experience on the set of 3 Kings was, quote, "without exception, the worst experience of my life." Clooney said that Russell had been a dick to everyone on set. George Clooney continued by saying, "It was a dangerous time. I was trying to make things work, so I went over and put my arm around him, and I said, 'David, it's a big day, but you can't shove, push, or humiliate people who aren't allowed to defend themselves.'"
Right.
He turned on me and said, "Why don't you just worry about your fucked up act? You're being a dick. You want to hit me? You want to hit me? Come on, pussy, hit me." I'm looking at him like he's out of his mind. Then he started banging me on the head with his head. He goes, "Hit me, you pussy, hit me." Then he got me by the throat, and I went nuts.
Whatever this type of guy is like literally one of my least favorite. Just this like rage but also this violent tendency
Yeah.
that they want to fight. It's like, who are you?
Anyone who does a headbutt is unhinged.
I'm just like, how do you get to this point? Do you know what I mean? Like, what happened here?
Yeah, what's your problem?
Well, how did you get this way so we can make sure no one ever has this happen again? Like,
yeah. George Clooney was asked about David O. Russell in the November 2004 issue of Premiere magazine. He said, "Quite honestly, if he comes near me, I'll sock him right in the fucking mouth."
good.
So that's like 5 years after the incident, but he's not forgetting.
No. And why would you?
Then David O. Russell responded to that and said, "If I ran into him, I'd say, 'Shut the fuck up, you lying ass bitch.'"
Wow. Not a great comeback.
As recently as August of last year, George Clooney has spoken up about David O. Russell's behavior.
Oh my God.
So this is August 2024, when Clooney told Variety, "The older you get, time allotment is very different. 5 months out of your life is a lot. And so it's not just like, oh, I'm going to go do a really good film like Three Kings, and I'm going to have a miserable fuck like David O. Russell making my life hell, making every person on the crew's life hell. It's not worth it. Not at this point in my life, just to have a good product." In interviews over the years, Lily Tomlin seems to have forgiven David O. Russell, chalking it up to like, oh, he's brilliant. That's just who he is. Kind of like that.
Yeah.
Look,
He's not brilliant enough for that.
I agree.
Like, sorry. I've seen a few of his movies. I actually saw I Heart Huckabees.
I realized I think I've only ever seen Silver Linings Playbook. What are the other movies he's done?
I think his first big movie was called Flirting with Disaster.
There was one called Spanking the Monkey.
Oh, Spanking the Monkey too. Yeah. Those Flirting with Disaster, Spanking the Monkey, I think came
Those
out
were his,
very
like,
back to back.
90s. Yeah.
Very indie. Flirting with Disasters with Taya Leone. I think Lily Tomlin's in it too. It has like a bunch of older good actors. Very cute. It's like a very classic 90s independent film.
Right.
And then I feel like Three Kings might have been one of his first big like studio movies, because I
Yeah.
definitely remember when that came out, because
Right.
George Clooney was in it, and that was one of his big movies too, coming
Right.
off of ER. But his other movies, Silver Linings Playbook, I Heart
American
Huckabees,
Hustle.
American Hustle. Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's many more than that, because he doesn't make movies every year.
No.
Um,
I saw Silver Linings Playbook when it came out. I really liked it. It's funny, I saw it at the theaters with my friend Carlos, and as soon as the credits rolled, Carlos just says, completely deadpan, "I want to fucking kill myself."
oh my God,
It was like the funniest
what
thing
a review!
I've ever heard someone say after a movie.
I never saw that movie. I think I was kind of over him by that point, because he's had a lot more worse stories too. Like, he's just a bad guy off and on set, I think.
Well, we're not done. Then in 2012, David O. Russell was being honored at the Gotham Awards. Mike Birbiglia was the host that year.
Oh my God.
And he brought up the infamous rant from I Heart Huckabees in his opening monologue.
Of course.
Now, this is a very funny joke. It is. I love Mike Birbiglia, and I think it's really funny that he did this.
Yeah.
This is from his opening monologue. The great director Elia Kazan once said, "You have to get the shot no matter what it takes." David O. Russell once said, "I'm just trying to fucking help you. You understand me? I'm just being a fucking collaborator. I'm trying to help you figure out the fucking picture, okay, bitch? I'm not here to be fucking yelled at. I haven't been working on this thing for 3 fucking years to have some fucking cunt yell at me in front of the crew. I'm trying to help you, bitch."
A classic movie about cinema.
Russell seemed to take it in stride, responding to the joke with, "What are you gonna do? I take it in good fun. You have to laugh at your mistakes."
He said that in the moment? Or
he said that when he was like interviewed
Got
after
it.
the awards.
Got it.
And it's like, Yeah, I could maybe buy that if this wasn't a pattern of behavior with you.
Also, you tried to hide it initially.
Yeah.
Because remember the first interviews about it? It definitely wasn't what it seemed like. It was different than what it was. It was
Right.
tamped down.
It was definitely tamped down.
So it's like, why not just go? If you really feel like whatever, you would just be honest from the get-go.
So he's like, I'm laughing. I'm not mad. I'm laughing.
He definitely punched the drywall later in his house, though.
But was anyone laughing in 2013 when he terrorized Amy Adams on the set of American Hustle?
I wasn't laughing.
I was not laughing either, Desi. News of this first came to light during the 2014 Sony Pictures hack, in which emails between...
We got to dive into that at some point.
We really got to dive into that. That was crazy. So this hack was like all these emails were leaked from Sony execs to different stars and other various people in the industry.
Right.
With very sensitive information.
Very juicy details.
A lot of shit talking.
Yeah.
Some really bad stuff was said as well.
It was very it was all over the internet.
Yeah.
Like it was everywhere.
One of the emails was sent from journalist Jonathan Alter to his brother-in-law, Michael Linden, Sony Entertainment CEO. And this email talked about David O. Russell's abusive behavior towards Amy Adams on set. Alter wrote to Linden, I know he's brilliant, but we have someone on our show who worked closely with him on American Hustle, and not only are the stories about him reforming himself total bullshit, but the news stories of his abuse and lunatic behavior are extreme even by Hollywood standards. He grabbed one guy by the collar, cursed out people repeatedly in front of others, and so abused Amy Adams that Christian Bale got in his face and told him to stop acting like an asshole.
Now there's a real good match.
There's a real full circle moment.
Now we're all on Christian Bale's side.
I hope he repeated some of the greatest hits from the 2009 rant. Like, what the fuck is it with you?
I agree. I mean, this is crazy that he's doing this with huge stars. Not that it's acceptable otherwise, but usually they can kind of hold it together in those moments with big actors.
Yeah.
It's crazy that
he can't hold it together with anybody. That's what I mean. He doesn't care. It seems like he doesn't even care about his reputation.
I think he almost blacks out during these rage moments.
It's frightening.
Because I don't feel like this is a person in control. And I feel like when it's over, I don't think he grasps what he just did. Do you know what I mean?
But he just seems like a maniac in general. Did you know about his sexual misconduct allegations?
Yes, I do.
That is so demented.
This guy this might be a worthwhile subject to get the story on him because he's done a lot.
He said that about his niece.
I know.
He said that about his niece.
I know. It is. How is he still working?
It's crazy that this guy's still working.
I just can't. It's your movies are not, you're not that brilliant, first of all. You're not even making movies that earn a ton of money.
Yeah.
I don't get what's happening here.
I don't get him.
This is so, when people talk about, how white men can just do whatever and still succeed.
Yeah.
This is a great example.
It's a great example.
It's nothing off, I'm just baffled though, because he doesn't even bring in a ton of money.
A 2016 profile of Amy Adams in GQ was titled, Amy Adams, David O. Russell made me cry every day on American Hustle.
Oh my God.
That's the title of this article. She told the magazine, he was hard on me, that's for sure. It was a lot. Most days, she says, I was just really devastated on set.
Why would he do this?
This article, her remarks about him in this piece made me really sad because she says, I know Jennifer Lawrence, said, she can take it, but I can't take it. I'm not as tough as her. It made me really sad.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely feel like certain people don't mind being pushed in an emotional direction for their role.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't like it.
I wouldn't like it either.
I'd be crying every day too.
I agree.
And I feel like it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, maybe I could take it if I knew the person really cared about me and like, do you know what I mean? Like,
but
it's
this
like
person
different.
doesn't seem like he's doing
No.
anything out of care or concern.
No. I would love to hear like Jennifer Lawrence's honest perspective on it too.
Right.
Like maybe he wasn't as bad with her. We don't know.
Right. I mean, yeah. I mean, people who are like this, it's not like they're always 100% awful to every single person they come into contact with.
I also think acting is one of those things or these art forms where it really is personal how you get there.
Yeah.
Everyone has a different way of doing it.
Yes.
Some people can just turn it on with nothing.
Right.
Like Laurence Olivier famously said, like, act. Have you tried acting? Like, why do you have to go through all of this nonsense to get there?
And then there's obviously like more method people.
Right.
Or really go through something, or even if they're not necessarily method, but depending on whatever the subject material, it could be some really dark shit and it takes you places. I mean, like taking care of your actors on set who are having an emotional response to the material and having care and concern.
I agree.
And having empathy for that.
I agree. That's like all anyone wants.
Yeah.
Like they want to know you care. If something happens, they want to see you come to them and say, hey, I'm sorry. I seem like I pushed you too far. Here's why I was doing it and I won't do it again. Like, do you know what I mean? It's just like this communication.
Or just the foresight to see like, this is a very challenging role. I'm going to be delicate with people's feelings while we're shooting.
Yeah. This guy is a monster.
This is unacceptable to me.
He needs to be kicked out of Hollywood. I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
Like nothing is worth this, I don't think.
There are so many directors who are fabulous, who are also joys to work with.
Agreed. It doesn't have to. I'm just sick of the whole trope of like, oh, he's a genius. So yeah, he treats everyone like shit.
There's yeah, it's just bullshit. It's bullshit.
Yeah.
I don't agree with it.
I don't agree with it. But if you're going to make that claim, you better legitimately be an objective genius.
Like if you're going to be a dick and you can't even back it up, what are you doing?
Yeah. It's like, you got to at least be a fucking genius. And I don't throw that award around to everybody. So, yeah, I don't know.
Because John Waters is famously very nice and pleasant to work with. And he is a genius.
You don't get more genius than that.
No.
I agree. No, I mean, you don't have to be that way. Like, for sure. It's crazy. And I think it's just been a thing for so long that people think it's acceptable. It's just not.
It's not acceptable.
But especially from this guy.
Very strong words from the girls at Hollywood Crime Scene to end this episode. Those are our 3 incidents today. This definitely can be like an ongoing series in the future.
Yes, I love it. It's juicy.
Yeah, because there are countless on-set scandal incidents that we can discuss. Of course. In the future.
I just like anything behind the scenes movies too.
Me too.
It's always so interesting.
I was kind of looking for like, in the future, episodes similar to what we've done with like The Godfather and the Island of Dr. Moreau. These like famously kind of fraught, or crazy on-set experiences.
Or Titanic too.
Titanic as well.
Yeah, I agree. Where it can be a full episode or 2.
Yeah,
I think there's like a lot of books like that because I've definitely have a few I've been meaning to do. Yeah. About the behind the scenes of a movie because I find it fascinating.
I do too.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
We'll see you in a few days for the mini, and thank you very much. Bye.
Bye.